to welcome you back to my grill. I haven't been making any videos here just lately, and this is why. I had it put away for the winter. We had a lot of rain, so there's still a little puddling on top, so I'm getting ready to clear all that off. I'm looking at a beautiful day for the next couple of days, so I had an idea that I wanted to stick with the winter here on what I was making. I've got people that would like to have chunks of it, so I'm going to do one more brisket. This is an 18-pounder. I'll put the picture of the brisket just after this. So I'm going to remove the colors, load it up with charcoal, put the tumbleweed in and everything, just get it all ready to go. And then I'll repeat what I did last time, but with a little different temperatures. So I'll be putting the brisket on either at 10 or 11 o'clock tonight and cook through the evening and pick it up again in the morning. But I'll probably do one more video after I get the covers off. Well, there we go. We are cooking an 18-pound brisket today. Okay, so I've got the grill all ready to go in about 7-8 hours from now. So I've got my drip pan in. I've got water inside the water tray. I even have a stainless steel tray underneath this aluminum, and I've got some water in there, plenty of water. And I filled up the grill with the Kingford Professionals, and I'm not going to top it off this time. I've got confidence it's going to last all the way to the morning. So that's what's different about this cook, is I'm going to be curious to see literally how much coal is used and if I have to add more. And in the bottom down here, I have added 2 tumbleweeds along with some Lazzari, because I figure in the first couple of hours the sparks coming down will get that going. So I'll get some of the Lazzari smoke on the brisket along with whatever's happening, of course, with the professional Kingfords. So kind of straightforward. I'm going to be cooking tonight between I'll think about it a little bit. I think I did 250. I'm gonna have to watch the video. I'll know a little bit better when I get back. But this time I was going to go lower. I don't want it to cook in 9 or 10 hours, because this time I have an 18-pound brisket, and I'm anticipating 14 hours. Probably more realistically this time, now that I've actually done it once. Also, I think last time I did it fat side down. I think I'm going to cook it fat side up this time, so that will be a bit of a difference. And weather-wise, absolutely clear as a bell. And in fact, with a little luck, after sunset tonight, I'll look for the Bethlehem star. They're saying that Saturn and Jupiter are going to line up on the 21st of December, and it won't happen again for another 60 years, and it hasn't happened for 800 years, so who knows? Maybe I'll even put a picture of what that looks like on here. So that's it. I'm just going to go in the house now and relax, knowing that everything out here is done and it's ready to go. Okay, here's my brisket this evening. This is the fat cap side, and I want to say that I never had a decent knife for trying to cut this, and I sent away to get a new knife, a boning knife, and this one, oh boy, wouldn't you know that a phone, there it is, that's the brand of it, Victorinox. Anyway, this was like a surgeon's scalpel. It made cutting very controllable and very easy. So if you I've never done this before. I would highly recommend getting an excellent boning knife. You know, not expensive. This wasn't that expensive. And it just really made things really easy. But anyway, this is the fat side up. It's been seasoned now for about 13, 14 hours, and is getting ready to go on the grill here. So just thought I would show you what I will be cooking tonight, a 15-pound brisket. Okay, so I'm going to do a 12 o'clock midnight as a start time, and I'm getting the grill just now started. It's about 20 to 12 right now, and I think everything is full. We should, yep. And the doors are closed except for this top one. I'll let that burn another 30 seconds or so, and then I'll close it up. Let me get you caught up with the numbers. Last night started the cook at midnight, and it went all the way until 9 o'clock this morning when it reached 159 degrees. At that point I wrapped it and put it back in with the meat probes. I'm running a couple of meat probes. I have the MasterBuilt meat probe in there, and then I'm running a couple of my meter meat probes. And if you're familiar with it, you know that they're individually operated, and they connect to this box, and then this box connects to the house Wi-Fi, and then the Wi-Fi connects it to my phone. So I'll be able to put a couple of graphs in of when the stall happened 9 hours later, and then you'll see the graph of it coming out of the stall. But what I also did was that once I wrapped it, I then decided to push the temperature up to 240, and that's where it sits right now. So the meat is showing that it has reached 201 degrees, and I just will need to probe it to see if we're going to go a little longer, and then there it is, the stove temperature at 241. When I came out after 9 hours, I ended up looking in the top, and way down here on the bottom, on top of the grate, I had about one layer of briquettes that were all glowing. So it was like, oh, I got 9 hours, maybe let's call it 9.5 shy of 10 hours burn for a full stack. And it was cool last night. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I'll double check and then maybe say it in this video here. But the fact that it was cold would allow this grill to burn through a lot more charcoal than it would in the summertime, of course. So I was happy it didn't run out. Have not looked in there. I'm sure that everything burned up. And let's see, what else? I think that's going to be about it until I get around to pulling the meat off and taking it in the house. I think I will wrap it again in a towel and let it rest, based on the fact that the temperature is had a whole lot more time to work on the meat and stuff. I may not let it rest 6 hours this time. I might go for something more like 2 or 3 hours. But there I am thinking out loud again. All right. Okay, I'm going to apologize for pulling the meat off. I did. I pulled it off. I wrapped it in a towel, and I just put it in the oven inside the house. So it wasn't a big deal, except for the fact that I forgot to put the camera out. I was excited. So at this point, I'm looking at maybe burning off some fats on the stove. So I'm going to be doing a little maintenance. I've got, a little spillage here in the corner, so I got to not do camera work here as much as carefully try to get all this out of there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean this up. I've got 3 hours to rest the brisket, and I'll be sure to videotape unwrapping that. So I did show you the aluminum wrap on the brisket, so all I did was I just pulled the temperature probes out, and I'm going to post another map here of the graph from the MasterBuilt probe, not the MasterBuilt, but the meter probes, so you can see where that was at. And it's interesting. The meat was actually starting to look like it was in another stall, or coming up on another stall, and I don't think that's the case. I just think that well, I don't know, maybe it did. Anyway, that's not what this was all about. This was just more or less trying to share as much as I could. Easiest thing I've ever cooked is a brisket. Ribs I thought were easy. Brisket's easier. If you get an excellent boning knife, you know, like a super sharp one like I did on this cook, it made that job very comfortable. And then sticking it on the grill and going to sleep for 8 hours. It was it's turning out to be the easiest thing I've ever done. Maybe I ought to look at doing a chuck roast next and see what that does. But yeah, no fancy sitting around the fire and making sure everything's doing its job. The grill here does it all for me. Very pleased with that. Yeah, so here it is the next day. It's clouding up and it's going to rain tomorrow. So I'm going to, like I say, have the grill cleaned, and I'm going to put the cover back on it and let it get through the next cycle here. So I probably won't be making any videos for the next few days anyway. So I hope this does it for you. And in case I don't see you before Christmas, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you. I'm hoping to see you before then. All right. Now, 3 hours later, let's look at the brisket. Okay, so the brisket is inside this towel, and it's all very nice and warm. And here's the package. So let me separate the towel from the foil. Okay, so now I'm down to the foil, and let's open it up. There should be a lot of, oh yeah, look at all the azure sauce in here. So I need to be very careful and try to capture as much of the azure sauce as I can. So this is about as far as I can take it while we're all looking at it through the video. So let me put the camera away and capture the juice. Okay, so I've captured 2 glasses full of the au jus sauce that I will separate the fat from. And here you're getting to see the brisket before I get it out of the aluminum. So the bark is looking really nice. Okay, so now I need to slice into it. It's been, let's see, wow, it's been resting over 5 hours. So that was a 5-hour rest, and it's still very warm. All right, let me cut into it. I can't show you the cut while I'm videoing, but let's see what happens. Okay, here's the first cut. You can definitely see the smoke ring. Very deep smoke ring. This may even have been more than what I had on the other one. That's amazing. Wow. Yep, that's amazing. So it's holding together this time. It's doing the bend test. Now for the taste test. Oh. Can't tell. I'm going to have to try another one. Success. That's it. That's how simple it is. Thanks for coming along and taking a look. If you find any of this interesting, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And again, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Appreciate you guys stopping by. This channel would be nothing without you. Take care.